I feel like you know when it's really fall when it starts getting cold in your own bedroom. Like. But anyway, hi, hello, welcome. I'm thinking this is going to be more like a week in my life fall edition. Even though it's technically not fall, it's starting to feel like fall. Like, I'm cold right now, I'm shivering, I'm shaking my boots. And because of that, I feel like this is very fall appropriate weather, and therefore this is a fall vlog. Because of that, today I'm going to be making some hot coffee. I'm normally not like a huge fan of hot coffee, but today I thought it's cold outside, it's cold inside, so I want something hot to drink. As you can see, I have a collection of like a salted caramel syrup. I have some cinnamon, if that will focus. Yeah, I have some cinnamon, and I'm just going to try to make something that's like reminiscent of a fall drink, aiming for a latte. How I'm going to start my morning. I'm going to work a little bit on my book, as I think I already said. I don't even remember where I left off, if I'm being completely honest. So I'll be very interested to see. I think I have 2 unfinished chapters that I was working on, and I kind of think I want to finish the first chapter in that succession, because that's like how do I say this? It's like an interaction between the main character and the love interest, and I think that would just be very interesting to write instead of working on actually progressing the plot forward in a way that I have to use like a lot of thought to push forward. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If I haven't already said it, this probably will mostly not be a writing vlog, but I just thought since writing is part of my daily life that I'd include some writing. So I just got an email that my package was here, so I ran to the package room, as one does. I'm very excited for this package. It should be my filters for my water, my Brita, and also a book that I'm very excited about. So here are the filters I got. Yay. Now I can keep water in my room. And then something just fell on the floor. I don't know what, but I got the Unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath. I have been wanting to read this for a while now, and I was just like online and I saw that it was cheaper online than it was like in store or like at Barnes. So I got it. I figured it's like pretty decently sized book, but I thought it would be a pretty good read for fall. It just seems very fall. Like I wouldn't really want to read this in the summer. I don't really know why I'm coming to that conclusion. I think just because it's literally someone's journal, and also it's very like darkly colored. I feel just like books where people are talking about their lives, their experiences, like dark times that they've gone through and just meditations that they've had. It feels very intimate, but also like it's meant to be consumed not in like a fun, cheery season. So yeah, I got this. Published in their entirety for the first time, Sylvia Plath's journals provide an intimate portrait of the writer who was to produce in the last 7 months of her life some of the most extraordinary poems of the 20th century. Fully transcribed from the 23 journals and journal fragments owned by Smith College, the Unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath includes 2 journals that Plath's husband, Ted Hughes, unsealed just before his death in 1998. A heavily abridged edition of Plath's diaries was published in 1982. Roughly 2/3 of this new edition is material that has never before been made public, revealing more fully the intensity of the poet's personal and literary struggles, and providing fresh insight into both her frequent desperation and the bravery with which she faced her demons. With its haunting, vibrant, and brutally honest prose, the Unabridged journals is essentially reading for all who have been moved and fascinated by Plath's life and work. Interestingly enough, I have never read Sylvia Plath's writing, but I saw a couple excerpts from this book and her prose was just so beautiful, and I think I really like the intimacy and meditative quality that like reading a journal gives, because I'm personally someone who likes journaling and it's just like whatever is on my mind. It's very spur of the moment, and like sometimes I'm conscious about how like if someone were to find my journal, like what they would think about it. So it's also kind of performative in a way. It just very much depends on like what you were thinking of while you were recording something about your life. About the like ethics of publishing someone's journal, I don't know like if she would have been fine with this. Hopefully she would have. Maybe sometime long after I pass, I'd be fine with people getting their hands on my journal. Journals are very obviously close to home, and I think that reading someone's journal while they're still on this earth is like a breach of privacy, to be honest. It feels different when that person's gone. I have the bell jar. I've never read it before, but July 1950. I may never be happy, but tonight I am content. Nothing more than an empty house, the warm, hazy weariness from a day spent setting strawberry runners in the sun, a glass of cool, sweet milk, and a shallow dish of blueberries bathed in cream. Now I know how people can live without books, without college. When one is so tired at the end of a day, one must sleep, and at the next dawn there are more strawberry runners to set. And so one goes on living, near the earth. At times like this, I'd call myself a fool to ask for more. I don't know. I just think that the fact that she's a poet, I probably shouldn't be buying new books when I have literally like all these books here that I still have to read. But I just read a couple quick passages from this book and I was honestly sold. Like I felt like I needed this book in my hands immediately. Just like the hyper focus on very specific life moments is very impactful to me for some reason. I should probably read the bell jar though. I love when the sun comes in through this window. It's so nice. It only happens for like an hour or so every day. That's my favorite part of the day. I love The sun. I love the sun. Guys, I'm not used to drinking carbonated drinks. They're spicy. Y'all know that video of that guy who's drinking the McDonald's Sprite and he's like, why is it spicy? That's how I feel. I did not want to get up today at all, but I persevered, so congrats to me. I'm so proud of you for getting up. We're gonna start off the morning with an iced coffee. We got the whole setup going. Caramel sauce. This is my favorite Keurig cup. It's just like, it tastes really good compared to all the other coffees that I've tried in the Keurig. I have in fact been reading the Unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath, and her writing is so crazily good. Like, this is really making me want to read the Bell Jar. I have heard some like controversial things about Sylvia Plath. I still feel like her writing is very beautiful and there's a lot to be like learned from it. She makes a point to write in her journal. In one of the entries she says, instead of doing my schoolwork, like, I've been writing in this book for the last 2 hours. And I feel like when I'm doing creative things, I very much work it around my schoolwork. Like, my schoolwork is always my top priority, which is valid, and I feel like it will keep being my top priority until like I'm eventually out of school. But this just got me thinking, like, yes, she studied to go to school and obviously to stay in school and to keep getting good grades, but also I feel like for her, creativity wasn't necessarily, and writing wasn't necessarily like second to school. It came as like a lifeblood, like kind of something she did equally in addition to school. And I feel like that's a super cool way of thinking of like your creative process. If you like reading journal entries and general thoughts, I definitely recommend this so far. I haven't gotten that far in. I'm only 40 pages in, but I've been like highlighting a lot of stuff. I think I relate to her in a lot of ways, or even just like some of the metaphors. Really been enjoying. They're very creative. Like describing someone as like, he is neatly made with small sensitive hands. A fair amount of this stuff is like dramatized, but she makes her life very narrative and very much a story to follow. In this passage, she's getting her wisdom teeth removed, and she says, "Then the sunlight burst into the room through the Venetian blinds. I breathed hard, filling my lungs with air. I could see my feet, my arms. There I was. I tried hard to get back in my body again. It was such a long way to my feet. I love people, everybody. I love them, I think, as a stamp collector loves his collection." I'm glad that I didn't sleep for longer. So there's your sign to get out of bed. Get out of bed, go do something that you enjoy doing. another $1. It's currently 4 right now. I am going to go study for like an hour or so, but the library, I think it closed at like 5, so I'm kind of concerned about how that's gonna work out. It's a Saturday, so it always closes at 5 on Saturday, I think. I think that's when it closes. But also after that, I have like a club bonding event. So I want to go pick up like a snack from the grocery store that I can bring there. So probably gonna go do that before I go study. I have some assignments that are due tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't really understand why we have stuff due on the weekend. But yesterday I was busy doing another assignment, so I didn't focus on the assignment that's due tomorrow. Which I really wish I would have focused less on the assignment yesterday, but I was just really obsessed with trying to perfect it because my last assignment I turned in, I think I got like a 90 on or something like that, and I really want higher than that because there aren't a lot of assignments in this class that I can get grades on. Yes, I'm a tryhard.